All right, so Nick Newell went out there and he had his fight at the Dana White's Contender Series against Alex Munoz. Both fighters hadn't been in the octagon in a little while, so, there was a little bit of rusty that you could see. There was a little bit of kind of feeling out that you could see, but, Nick Newell went in there and he had to take that L. He took that decision, lost against Alex Munoz, and I kind of feel bad for the guy. I really wanted him to win. I was rooting on him. I was hoping that he would win. He looked good for the most part. He didn't look out of his league, but he was just getting outclassed, in my opinion. He was outclassed on the ground. He was outclassed on the feet. There was one point when I actually thought that Nick Newell was going to get the finish, but I just feel like he had his legs in the wrong position. It was in the third round. They had scrambled, there was a scramble to the ground, and Nick Newell's legs were up over Alex's neck. And I think if he had him down by the hips, he could have gotten him in some sort of rear naked choke. But it's just the way that the chips fell at that point. Alex Munoz fell on him in sort of a strange position that he really couldn't get it right. But, I feel bad for the guy. This is Nick Newell. If you guys aren't familiar with Nick Newell, he was 14-1. His MMA record is 14-1. He is an amputee. So he has his left arm. Basically, he just has the the bicep part and then like a little nub off of that, like the bicep. And then, he can flex, but then there's like just a little nub off of it. But he's 14-1. He's a seasoned MMA fighter. He's been winning fights. He's only ever lost to Justin Gaethje at World Series of Fighting. So it's not like he's just out there with a death wish. He's out there literally training. Has tons of wrestling experience, and his background, I believe, is generally in wrestling. But he switched and he went and started doing jiu-jitsu also. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and his stand-up game is really good. He was clipping that guy with some front head kicks. I thought he looked really good. I thought he looked good. Alex Munoz just was better. He just was more, he was controlling him on the ground. He was equally as active, but the thing is when Alex Munoz was hitting Nick Newell, he was striking him hard and sending Nick to the canvas. He was sending his butt to the canvas quick. And that happened at least maybe 3 or 4 times. So, I think by the time the third round came, Nick Newell and everybody basically knew that Nick needed to get the finish. In my opinion, both guys needed to get the finish, because Alex Munoz, he really didn't put on a performance to get a contract. And just to say, I'm going to go ahead and say it, he did not get a contract. Nick Newell, he went out there, he lived his dreams. He went out there to try and get his contract, and it just didn't work out for him tonight. I wish the best for him. I hope to see him back on the Contender Series. I just feel like maybe he was a little bit rusty. He had been out of the cage for a while. I think he picked up a fight with WSOF right before they turned into PFL. But for the most part, he's just been out of the game for a while, So, anyways, it was a good fight. I can't be too mad about it. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't get the contract. It just would have been so nice to see this sort of underdog go in there and start clipping up lightweights. But it would definitely be a tall order. So anyways, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.